Welcome to the Tuesday Topic. I'm Laura McHugh and this is Terry Cuccinata, and we are realtors with Weichert Realtors Coastal Properties here in South Carolina. We often hear from folks that they are waiting to purchase a home when the housing market crashes. Who wouldn't want to wait until prices are at their lowest? However, market conditions are not pointing to a crash. And so we want to share why that's the case on today's Tuesday Topic, why we aren't headed for a housing crash.
So today's market is very different than it was before the housing crash of 2008. For example, it's harder to get a loan now, and that is actually a good thing. Leading up to the 2008 crash, banks had different lending standards, making it much easier to qualify for a home loan and refinance an existing loan. Today, home buyers face increasingly higher standards. The peak was back in 2008 when lenders were taking on a much greater risk, which led to more mass defaults and a flood of foreclosures. You can see that today the risk level is extremely low in comparison. Also, there are far fewer homes for sale today, which is keeping prices from falling. So during the 2008 housing crisis, there were way too many homes for sale, and this caused prices to drop dramatically. But today, there's actually an inventory shortage. So the graph shows data from the National Association of Realtors and Federal Reserve as to how the month's supply of homes available, now shown in blue, compares to the crash, shown in red. Today's unsold inventory sits at just a 3-month supply, but back in 2008, there was more than a 10-month supply. This means that there is nowhere near enough inventory on the market now for home prices to come crashing down like back then.
That's the truth. So finally, people are not using their homes as ATMs like they did back in the early 2000s.
Exactly.
So leading up to the 2008 housing crash, many homeowners were borrowing against the equity in their homes to finance cars, boats, vacations, maybe college.
Exactly.
So when home prices started to fall and the inventory rose too high, then many of those homeowners found themselves underwater, meaning they owed more on their home than it was actually worth.
Right.
Today's homeowners are showing much more caution in that area. And even though home prices have increased greatly over the past few years, homeowners are not tapping into their equity the way they did back then. Black Knight reports that the amount of equity available for homeowners to access before hitting a maximum 80% loan-to-value ratio has actually reached an all-time high.
That's something.
That means as a whole, homeowners have more equity available than ever before. And because of this, they have options to avoid foreclosure. This limits the number of distressed properties coming on the market. And without a lot of these underwater homes coming onto the market, prices will not come tumbling down.
Right. So if you've been thinking about purchasing a home, the recent forecast showing home prices are expected to rise over the next 5 years, along with the fact that there is no crash expected, meaning that waiting to purchase may really be more expensive of an idea. That said, if you're considering purchasing a home now and you're looking at South Carolina Lowcountry, Laura and I would be more than happy to represent you in the purchase of a new home. We can help you find a new construction home or even a resale home.
And if you are considering selling your home and you already live here in the Low Country, we are more than happy to represent you in the sale of your home. We can come and provide a free home evaluation so that you know what your home is worth in today's market. And for more information about the area surrounding us and specific neighborhoods, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our Tuesday Topic and Flip Flop Friday videos.
Yes, and then thank you again for joining us today, and we'll see you Friday for another edition of Flip Flop Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.